Hey guys, Space Marine 658 here, and I'm here to bring you a little Hearts of Iron Let's Play. And so I figured to get into spirit, I wear my little boonie cap here. So, to get started, the first nation I feel like we're going to play as is not one of these majors, although we probably will eventually get to all these guys. But I'm actually thinking that our first nation will be Brazil. They've got a lot of unique ideas, so I think they'd be a very fun nation to play as. We are going to leave it historical for now, but we'll see what we do. Might turn fascist, maybe democratic, maybe communist. We'll see. But let's jump in. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to gather up all of our troops. Got them quite spread out. Actually, have to zoom in just enough. There we go. Grab all these guys, have them meet up in Sao Paulo, and then grab our navy. I think that's our only one. Yeah. And have them head here as well. Actually, have them combined. Alright. We don't have. We have it. Okay. It does look like we have some fighters in Rio de Janeiro. We'll just have them on standby. Start researching. So the most important thing I feel like for us to start researching is industry tech on that, and then also electronic mechanical engineering, because this will decrease our researching time. So looks like we have some civilian factories free. So let's start building some more since we've got them free. And then what we'll do is I'll place quite a few of these guys. After those complete, we're going to want to beef up our infrastructure for sure. Because as Brazil, you start out with some pretty poor infrastructure. Good land, but poor infrastructure. So let's bump these guys up to at least a few levels up higher than they are currently. And then after that, we'll start building some military factories. Alright, we don't need any ports, so got some free military factories actually. I say we don't build any more than what we necessarily need for this. We are going to phase that out pretty quickly. In fact, no, I will leave it. But I'm going to add another line and get some toilet artillery. And for dockyards, let's actually build some convoys. Get two of these guys going. And for national focus, there's a lot of different stuff we could do, but I think our first thing, since we're wanting to, maybe invade some countries, is to go with political effort. Divisions of basic training, so let's set one of these guys where we won't actually place them. They'll just use up some of the equipment and stuff and train a little bit. And then, in fact, actually, oops. 3, 4, 5. And then the template. So it's artillery. Well, that's fine. I don't actually care about that because I know I'm going to put artillery in one of my units, so big thing is just getting the experience for that. And it says we need some resources. So right now we're not trading any goods. We have 11 available for trade. We want to be careful because we don't want to trade away too many. Let's see, can we export any rubber? I don't think we can choose to export. So let's go with, we need at least some of this, so trade one civilian factory, one civilian factory, and one civilian factory. Okay. Now we did just lose 3 civilian factories, so that will slow down our production just a little bit, but not too badly. And then yeah, that stuff should go away when we start up. Alright. So let me set our timer over here. Alright, let's begin. Now it's going to be a little fast forwarded because there's not really much to do here in the beginning, so most of what we're doing is just waiting on things to happen. I probably should have told them to strategically redeploy. They move much faster when they strategically redeploy. Yeah, see that? They just lose all of their org. Alright. I need to change this because it's still under a general. Yeah, let's get my commander. Let's see. Movement, attack, and defense. Movement, attack, and defense. Oh, they're the same. We got a ranger and a jungle rat. Because this guy's a higher level, we'll choose him. And then we start exercising to give our guys some experience. They ran through a little bit of equipment and a little bit of manpower because accidents happen and such. But nothing too bad. So right here we gotta choose between, do we want to do collectivist, which gives us fascist, communist, or non-aligned, or we go with liberty, which will give us either democratic or non-aligned. And with this one you can still go down the path of eventually attacking people, but mostly in a more positive, like you're sending volunteers rather than actually fighting yourself. More for the helpful sort, and then this one's just deterrence, deterring away from fighting. Then over here we have the actual focuses, where you'll actually get prepared to fight. So I think we're gonna go collective. We really want to declare as many wars as we can, as soon as we can. And as you can see over here, our little dudes are exercising, working out, Gotta gain that experience. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, we can modify our government actually. So what we can do is, let's see what we want to do. I think we want to do, the export focus is nice. This doubles all of those pretty much. And yeah, you trade away a little more of the resources, but considering we don't have a whole lot of resources to begin with, that'd probably be nice. But let's see what else. We got civilian economy. We can't do any of these until we actually convert. So actually, think about it, we can actually go in here and go fascist demagogue. And we'll do higher ups. I don't think it matters which one you should choose, so long as you choose one. But we definitely want to switch from civilian economy to one of these because it increases the amount of civilian factories you're using to provide civilian resources. Just finish some research. Go for this guy now. Might take a while, but that research benefit is really nice. Stop exercising for a little bit, let our equipment build back up. Got this ethos and basic machine tools. Alright, so next I believe that we're going to go for, we want to do fascist or communist. We need to do political power or militarism, which means pool population 5%, requires a 6% army experience, crew forces 2%. This gives a lot of political power and national unity, less foreign power. I haven't played as communist yet. I have played as fascist a little bit as America, so I think I want to go for communism just to try it out. Oh wait. idiot. I don't know why I did that, because I set as a fascist demagogue. So we actually want to cancel this. Shoot. Did I just be screwed up? Well, then we're going to have to switch this guy out for Communist Revolutionary. We kind of shot ourselves in the foot there. Thought you could cancel those focuses. I guess not. So it'll just take a little bit longer than normal for we have to get this Communist Revolution. Alright. So we'll replace that guy. Oop. We waited a little too long, so we built up too many technology points of Demigods who finished with that technology. Got distracted. Head. So now we have to choose between dispersed and concentrated. Both are pretty nice, especially later on. But I think I want to go with concentrated because you get a lot more out of it. Let's start exercising. Burn some of that equipment away. Build up some experience. Plus, I guess a little bit of army experience from working out. Alright, here we go. Finish internationalism. So now we're going to want to do correctness. Alright, Italy won their war, and the Olympiads probably. The Olympic Games. Alright, so mostly we're just waiting on these guys to garner some experience, and I think as soon as we can, as soon as we can justify a war goal, which should be pretty quickly after we change to communism. Should be able to clear some of it, expand our borders a little bit. Alright, there we go. We got political correctness. So next, do we want to go indoctrination? We gain national unity, or national spirit, indoctrination, which gives you national unity, political power. Yeah, I think next we're gonna go with industrial effort. Try to improve our industrial. Alright, so we could go for one of these, or monthly opinion or national unity. The rest of these are okay, but not great. So I think what we're actually gonna do is once we get communism, we'll go for economy. Change to, yeah, I think we'll change to free trade. And then limited conscription. Yeah, I think we'll do limited conscription. Yes, a little bit more manpower up here. Alright, actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's take a look at our unit. This isn't a bad unit. Support artillery will take that much. I might be able to just add some artillery. See if this can go up. If we can get to 10. Oh, they're already all trained. Let's stop this so we're not burning manpower and stuff without any benefits. Alright, still 36, so I say we go for radio. Soon we'll finish our other research. thinking about it, let's take these guys and let's form a line over this way. Just so we can start planning ahead. Alright, also still does this. I think we'll take this construction speed. This guy, defensive. Here. In fact, while we're thinking about it, let's take a look at what they have. So they've got like 2 units, 2 military factories, 1 new, so they shouldn't be any problem for us to take them over. Alright, so should we go with infrastructure, which will eventually give us research slot? I think we're gonna go this way. Just so that we can eventually get those research slots, because those are really nice. Let's see. We need to see something. If we exercise, I know they'll still burn equipment. Does that still do this? Okay, so we are still gaining army experience. So it's actually good to let them exercise if you need that army experience. There we go. Because while you don't get any more experience as far as troops, you do still get enough experience to add support artillery, or as I prefer, adding just actual artillery. Alright, so now we'll stop exercising. Now all that artillery we built up should go straight into our troops. So. This need is fulfilled. Let's see how ahead we are. And we're barely so I'm not gonna just let that sit there. Keep building up construction up too. The good thing about this is the more factories we eventually build up, the faster that we'll build the rest of these. So. Alright, I can spend a little bit, so let's see. We got army defense, army drill, naval stuff, air, transport, that's not bad. Operations, not that bad. Infantry expert, that we definitely want. 10% to build attacking defense is very nice. Alright. So now we kind of sit back and relax and wait until the communists take over. 33% still right now. So, it might take a little bit, but they'll eventually get there. Alright, now we have the radios, so I'm not that worried about radio stations yet. So I think what I'm going to do is go for a land doctrine. We got a couple of different options. See, it's not bad to go mobile warfare, but I don't think we're going to really get a whole lot of tanks and stuff. So I think what I'm going to want to do instead is either Grand Battle Plan or Mass Assault. These aren't bad, but I think I want to get this instead. Building up some supplies. Also just waiting on converting. Or communism, and then we can eventually invade those guys. Is it communist participants? Perhaps they're just fighting for a different Brazil. Yep. Oh, that really sped us up. That'll help a lot. Got up to around 51% as compared to before around 30%. Go for the infrastructure effort. Alright. Communists demand referendum. Marxist ideas took root in Brazil a long time ago, but have gained much more widespread support lately. The movement has spread outside political theory and into political practice. Disgruntled workers and even some high-profile celebrities forcing support. The communists call this class consciousness. The Estado Novo call it a fast-track to riots and treason. Showing little faith in Rutilio Vargas being willing to implement the reforms they demand, the more vocal communists have called for an immediate referendum to have the current government removed. But we might be able to reverse the momentum of this massive failure to do so will doubtlessly result in more popular communist method of revolution. Opposition activities must be stopped. We lose much political power, there's less communists, and we get some revolutionaries. Ignore them just causing trouble, less national unity, and the referendum is preferable to a bloody revolt. I think we're going to go with that. So now, we are a communist government, and Luis Carlos Prestes is in charge. Deploy units. So it looks like we have some units built up. And I think I will set them to deploy in Sao Paulo, but have them assign themselves to this guy's unit for now. Alright, so we just finished construction. So next, let's get to construction 2. It is 37. I'll speed it up. Or we get factory output. I think we're going to go production campaign. Alright. Now, since we did add some stuff to these units, they actually lost some experience. Plus, those guys down there don't have any. So what we'll do is we'll train them up a little bit. And then once these guys get trained up, we'll actually separate these guys probably into like a boot camp unit and have them train up. In fact, might even. They're still well away from having this equipment they need. Oh, lost variation. Looks like Amelia Earhart has disappeared. So we'll take these guys and create a new unit. And then stop the other guys from exercising. Because what that'll do is, if you keep letting the other guys exercise, they'll actually burn more equipment than necessary, so. Alright, construction effort completed. Now we'll go for construction effort 2. Oh, Marco Polo Bridge incident, which means that Japan is about to go with China. Let's actually start focusing a little more on this. So, should either get improved artillery, better tanks. These I can't really focus on yet. I think I'm going to go with better weapons. Upgrade all my troops to those. Alright, so we modify our government again. So, let's see, those are all research, which is not bad, but let's see. Industrial, military based, land doctrine, design. This would be nice, just getting army experience no matter what. I think we're gonna go with him. We're gaining quite a bit of political power, which is nice. Alright, and actually now I'm thinking about it, since we're communists, we should be able to justify war goal, conquer, reply. Need 23 more political power. Just wait a couple of minutes here. Should have political power necessary. 12 more. So how much do we actually need to check? We need 49. Now, Uruguay is guaranteed by America, but that actually doesn't affect us since they are also guaranteeing us. So they won't actually declare war on somebody they're guaranteeing. That is different in Point 3. I believe in Point 3, like, unless you like somehow got America to back you, you could declare war, but it was kind of weird. Or sometimes they would fight against you, sometimes they wouldn't, depending on the situation. We crushed their bourgeoisie dictatorship. Luis Carlos protests calls to aid Uruguayan workers. Is there a greater lie than the supposed liberty of the Uruguayan people? where they once slaved under the princes and dukes who claimed ownership of the soil. They are now forced to sell their labor to those who claim ownership of the factories. Their freedom to choose one master over other can hardly be called liberty. Likewise, the freedom to elect leaders is a false choice, as propaganda would never allow the true socialists to take power. A people so thoroughly indoctrinated can only be saved by Brazilian intervention. Luis Carlos Prestes has polemicized against the government in Uruguay for a long time in party meetings, with this rhetoric now used more frequently in public. There is little reason to believe this conflict could be resolved peacefully. So it looks like they're actually building up a bit of an army. They may have saw us coming a little bit. Yeah, 7 to 13. But we've still got more than them, and we're still building more. Yeah, so we got some new guys. And it's alright if they're not fully trained. Like, I just enjoy training occasionally because, it gives some more groups action stuff. It gives some more experience, plus it's generally better if the troops are more trained. At least in my opinion, they tend to fight a little better, so. Should I add troops to that? Alright, so we just got better equipment. And next we'll research support weapons. And as soon as our Casus Belli is done, we should be able to declare war and take what is rightfully ours. Alright, transfer for there. So I think we'll go with... I don't know if we can actually do this. Let's go with this. We could get trench warfare, but it'll be too late by the time we get it. I think what we'll do next is light tank. I think we'll go for light tank. We just completed extra research slots, so that's nice. And we can't do this until we get more than 50 factories. So I believe our next course of action should be. This would be nice for the research bonuses, but they actually don't help all that much for actual fighting. So I think we're going to go with getting more military factories. Because if we can get some more military factories, that would be really nice. Boosting this, and actually I need to change this to weapons 1. We'll start producing some of those to upgrade our troops' weapons. Alright. Luis Carlos protests. I keep mispronouncing his last name thinking it's protests. Priestess, angered by Uruguayan posturing. Those native citizens of Brazilian Socialist Republic who imagine the Uruguayan as a people of peace are entirely out of touch with reality. Those who live at our border do not have the luxury of such delusions, seeing their troops closing in on us just across it. This is a threat we cannot leave unanswered. With every passing day, Uruguay is preparing for war. It would be madness for us not to do the same. The Uruguayan military presence close to our territory has sparked an increasing concern as the nation appears more and more to be an enemy of the PCDOB. Whether it is cause or effect of their polemic is a matter of contention. Regardless, we must be ready to people for war. As you can see, we are the Brazilian Socialist Republic, BSR. Alright. Pretty nice to see the little troops here. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, let's get our Navy, which is probably bigger than theirs. Let me check real quick, just to be sure before I stick them out there. They have between 21 and 23 ships. No, it's not one second. Yeah, they have one ship estimated. It could be wrong, but probably isn't. So let's actually give these guys a commander. And I actually don't know how to do set up to search in the story in this area. That's how you do that. Yeah. So I'm searching the story for these two areas, and then I'll do that. So. And let's grab our fleet. Not fleet, fighters. Move them down to here. Alright, now they're here. Let's tell them in South America we want them to get air superiority and interception. And we want them to normal operations. I don't want to actually lose a whole lot of fighters. I can't really afford to replace them. At least not very easily. Should be finishing armament effort, so we'll get our extra military power. On Schloss, Austria, armament effort. Next we go for armament effort 2. Dogs are really chewing on a bone. Should make some noise. Alright, so now we have 3 military factory, we'll throw that into the equipment. Just want to make sure we have enough of this stuff. If we don't have enough artillery, that's not that big of a deal. We should have enough of it. But if we don't, no biggie. We definitely need to make sure that we have enough guns for our troops. Especially the good guns. Let's get some more steel in. There we go. Alright, let's modify our government. We're definitely going to want to go to a war economy. So that'll help a lot when it comes to building stuff, because we're using a lot less on consumer goods, so that'll definitely help speed up this stuff right here. Alright. I think we're getting pretty close to this war. All we left is waiting for that Casus Belli. Oh, looks like we might have dropped another few troops, and so started building up some more equipment. In fact, I'm going to reset that. So we'll build troops, but we won't put them out quite yet. But I think I might wait on putting out any more troops. Let's get some more support equipment. I'm gonna wait on getting out any more troops until we can support our current infantry. Alright, we can get some of that, but I'm not feeling it. We might try to see if we can get this damn battle plan. I just don't think we will. Should we exercise? I think we'll exercise these guys real quick. Just to kind of build up some more experience for these guys. Even if we don't fully get them up there, the higher we get them, the better. So armament F3. And one more of these guys. Got a lot of equipment we need. 3K in the hull, which I mean, we do have the older weapons. Weapons 1, I believe, is the older weapon. But I would still rather not. Actually, it might not be. It might be the chunk them all the way along. Not 100% sure. I know there's a way to see old equipment, so it could be that we just can't see it right now for some weird reason. And still getting another level tank. Which I do eventually want to do. I think I'm going to go for recon. Oh, there we go. Justified that. So now we have our Casus Belli. Looks like our troops currently have enough equipment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop exercising these guys and get them all over here. I'm going to take this and make sure that we add them all to the line. Set their org build back up. 98%, so not quite at 100%. What all do we need? Upgrading their guns, so they're giving them better guns. We need more of this. Expires July 21st, so I can't wait too long, but I'll wait a couple more days just to see if we can try and get that equipment out. The more equipment our troops have, the better off they're going to be. And we'll more to this. About having all the guns. The guns are the most important part. Alright, so let's go for RBF now. Before we do much else, I'm going to make sure that. Where is it? Here. Let's see. Do we add anything other than support my 20? No, we don't. We had a light tank. We don't really have any light tanks. We had some more infantry. It wouldn't be a terrible idea, but I think we'll be fine for now. In fact, what I want to do is I want to cancel some of these productions. Leave this guy because he's got a lot of experience, and I did get rid of one of the guys that had a lot of experience, but I was back to 10 on it, and check how much we need. Let's see. Never still on, and yeah. So it was filling out the need for the troops rather than the actual frontline troops. So some of those guns are going now to the frontline troops rather than to those guys who are building. So I think it's time to declare war, though. Not all of our guys have new guns, but you know what? These guys shouldn't really have them either, so let's declare war. These guys are all ready, so begin the attack. Slow it down a bit. So it looks like we're kicking butt here. They weren't prepared, so their strength is only 46, 39, and 39, and their org is really bad in multiple combats, so that's really helping. This one's doing pretty poorly too, so looks like we also outranked their general, so we're gonna be much better at choosing the proper tactic. So we've got a much higher initiative. They're attacking us, but they're losing pretty handedly. Because every single one of their enemy troops. Oh no, it's our troops. Yeah, because our troops are in multiple combat. But now we're not. Now we're easily picking the butts. This war will be quite quickly. Slow down a little bit so we can watch the action unfold, and in case anything weird happens, I can stop anything. But looks like everything's working just fine so far. Well, it's weird that my troops are leaving this guy here just to sit here. But I think it's because they're trying to make a break for the capital. Oh, no, they're back this way. I love the soundtrack. Sabaton. It's pretty nice. Oh, I've been distracted, so deploy this unit. Yeah, I think we will. Do this here. We'll let him deploy. Modify government. Defense. I guess we could just do this. Defense. Let's take a look. We've lost 28 guys. They've lost 8K. So we're really kicking their butts. Figured we would. See our planes flying overhead, dropping some bombs and stuff. Have we lost any? I don't think we've lost any fighters, so that's nice. Ooh. Kind of losing this battle. Looks like we only got one guy. Their organ strength are really low, and so are their attack and defense and all that stuff. So they'll probably back out or lose the fight. But it'll start off, yeah, there. Now it's going much better. Also attacking us here, but they're pretty handily losing, so. In fact, I'm gonna. Okay, he's already heading this way, so. There, and we win. There we go. Let's take all states, and turn, and alright. So that was pretty easy. It's been about 35 minutes, a little longer than I was hoping it would. But I think I'll end it here. Thank you guys for watching. I probably will record another webcam like this in the next episode, but soon I'll probably take it off just so I can see all the stuff at the bottom and y'all can too. But I figured it'd be nice to celebrate this in this way. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.